This is 91.5 WBEZ.
I can offer you the world economy in the shape of a Christmas candy cane.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Total Wine and More, where shoppers can find a great Cabernet, bourbon, or sparkling wine for everyone on their list this holiday season. Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly. Be 21. And by Betterment, the automated investing platform that helps make it easy to be invested for the long term. Learn more at Betterment.com. Investing involves risk.
I'm David Brancaccio. First, the Senate has bailed and has not approved aid for Ukraine and Israel this year. Senate leaders will punt the issue into the new year when Congress already faces other crucial deadlines. Marketplace's Nancy Marshall-Genzer has that.
The Senate postponed its holiday break to continue work on the aid package for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan, along with border funding. But negotiators couldn't agree on new legislation tightening immigration laws, which was paired with the aid bill. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Minority Leader Mitch McConnell issued a joint statement yesterday. It says they hope the Senate can take swift action on the aid bill early in the new year. But even if it passes the Senate, the legislation faces hurdles in the House, where a significant bloc of Republicans opposes any more aid to Ukraine. The House and Senate also face a possible partial government shutdown in mid-January if they can't reach a deal to fund federal agencies before then. I'm Nancy Marshall-Genzer for Marketplace.
Since late October, the widely held S&P 500 index has gone up nearly 16%. Yesterday, it added another 0.6%, but this morning, S&P futures are down 0.2%. Signals that the U.S. economy is shedding inflation without recession have bolstered bonds, bringing down market interest rates. The benchmark 10-year interest rate now down at 3.84%.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Schwab. Schwab knows that investors want control of their financial future. That's why when it comes to wealth management, Schwab is dedicated to giving investors more choices. More at schwab.com. And by UiPath, providing organizations the UiPath AI-powered business automation platform. More at uipath.com/marketplace. UiPath, the foundation of innovation.
The econ nerds here at Marketplace want you to look at that candy cane on the tree and see not just holiday cheer and sugary delight, but also trade protectionism, overseas farm subsidies, inflation, and inelastic demand. The BBC's Erin Delmore, a reporter for our partners at the BBC, raises some cane from New Jersey to Louisiana.
When the holiday season rolls around, Dave Giambri's candy shop in Clementon, New Jersey is bustling. Customers come for the candy canes.
$38.05 altogether for you.
Dave's candy canes are made almost entirely of sugar, and all are made by hand. The sugar mix is folded and prodded and twisted into that famous red and white pattern. As we mold the sweet treats, Dave tells me that his main ingredient is now costing him more.
This year I did have a slight 4 to 5% increase on the final product. I want to say sugar went up maybe 15% from last year.
He's not the only one feeling the pinch. The cost of sugar is rising worldwide. And it's rising in the U.S., where protectionist policy props up domestic producers. The U.S. is the world's 5th largest sugar producer, with sugar cane grown in the South and sugar beets in the North. The U.S. is also a top consumer. To find out more about that, we went to the land of Mardi Gras and jazz bands. Why? Because Louisiana is also the home of sugarcane. We drove an hour and a half west of New Orleans to visit one farm.
Louisiana is the northernmost point where sugarcane is grown commercially. We're about a mile away from the Mississippi River, and thousands of years of flooding left naturally occurring fertile topsoil, perfect for growing sugarcane.
My name is Patrick Frischers. I'm a sugarcane farmer in Plaquemine, Louisiana.
So how does sugar go from being something that you grow here to something that I go to the store and I pick up out of a box on the shelf?
We'll plant a whole stalk in the ground, and the following year we'll go through with a billet harvester, harvest that cane. So this is a John Deere CH570 sugarcane billet harvester. All it does is cut sugarcane. It goes into an 18-wheeler, goes to the mill, and the mill presses the juice out of that sugarcane, that stalk of sugarcane.
The mill is the middleman between the farm and the refinery. It's where the sugar cane starts to look like the sugar we keep in our kitchens.
My name is Charlie Schudmack. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Core Texas Sugar Mill, and we're in White Castle, Louisiana. Sugarcane's like a sponge. You have to wet it and squeeze it, except it's stubborn. It doesn't want to give out that juice, so it takes about 800 tons of force on top of the cane to squeeze all that juice out.
The Department of Agriculture protects domestic sugar production from foreign competition by taxing imports. A report by the Government Accountability Office in October found that the sugar program creates higher prices and that Americans pay around twice the world price for sugar. While the sugar farmers benefit, it's not like they don't have other problems.
Last year we had a very good crop. The problem was input costs were, quite frankly, through the roof. Potassium, for example, $198 a ton went to $1,000 a ton. You have to apply that nutrient to the crop, so you have to take that hit. So even though it could be a great crop with an average or even above average price for your commodity, you're still feeling the squeeze, and there's almost no way to plan for it.
Can a farm like yours compete with foreign sugar?
Our farm and American sugar farmers in general will outcompete anybody in the world. We just can't compete against a farmer receiving direct subsidies.
Back in New Jersey, Dave Giambri's sugar supply is waiting in bags to become one of his famous peppermint candy canes. He's one of the few still making them by hand.
Most of them are made overseas because of the price of the sugar and labor. Not many more made in the States. It's a dying art, it really is.
As we watch customers put candy canes and chocolate goodies into their baskets, he tells me he thinks Americans are willing to pay up to satisfy their sweet tooths.
When prices go up, I just increase prices. Gas prices rise up, people still drive. They're still going to buy a candy cane for their tree, whether they pay 10 cents or $1 for it. It's something that makes Americans feel good.
In Clementon, New Jersey, I'm Erin Delmore for Marketplace.
Giambi Quality Sweets. Giambi with a G is in South Jersey, about a half hour from Philly. I'm David Brancaccio, Marketplace Morning Report. From APM, American Public Media.
You can get a sweet wrap-up of the day's business news